Okay, so now that we're on the same page that people do horrible things because the Epstein files came out, and mind you, I haven't even gone through them myself. I've been looking, yes, at what other people have been saying are in there because I already knew that things like this happen in the world. A lot of people do, unfortunately. It's right there. It's in the truth. You cannot trust people. Humans will literally tear apart other humans. And talking about forensic psychology and the things that I've gone through and like why I've started and why I felt the pull to understand why people do what they do. It's like nothing in the magnitude of what these women experienced or people involved who were victims in it in any case, shape, or form. It's disgusting. They're like, dude, this happens. People know about it now. Watch nothing be done. And I only say that because it's already been out there how long? People in the government knew. People way before files were even being made knew. This is something that's so deeply rooted that I don't know if it would ever really go away, or to our face maybe, oh, we took care of the problem. Only good people now. No, this is definitely changing what we know as a whole. Like, there's bad things, and then there's just like, you cannot turn a blind eye. I'm not happy that this happened, but I'm very happy that the victims were brave enough to come forward and say something, because that takes a lot. And we learned that in my victimology book, although it's forensic. But it's very hard for victims to come forward and say something, because not only is the crime traumatic, but you can in some way, shape, or form really idealize that, hey, that was kind of jacked up. Like, I don't think that was normal. But with how people treat you after is what makes it so bad. So for these people to come forward, be so vulnerable with society, and kind of get shit on a little bit by people. Like, I think majority of people believe them, but I think some people are just like, oh, it's a money grab, it's this, that, the other. Think about how bad that would be to now read these files and or see and hear what's been done, and to go through that and then tell somebody and be like re-victimized. Just completely of like, you're a liar. You just want money. Like, what? This is exactly what happened with me, for an example. When I started social media, it was just because I was crashing out. I had gone through and like multiple other things that I just never fully dealt with over the years. And I crashed out, dog, and like had no one to talk to and whatnot. So coming out and just kind of being bonkers, people obviously thought I was bonkers, but even like friends and family and whomever were treating me so differently that it was almost more traumatizing to me to not be heard. And like, somebody help me, please. I was in therapy, not turn about me, but just saying in general, I can relate to not these specific, I just feel like I gotta be the nitty gritty. I'm working on it. I really am. But people are always twisting my words. Anywho, you get what I'm saying. Being a victim of anything and not being believed or being shunned on re-victimizes you so incredibly bad. I don't know if anything will ever be done. I don't think we're going to be surprised if nothing's ever done. They're going to just play in our face, essentially, is what I believe. But it's sad, and I think you should remember this. I think you should remember this, and I think that we should remember as a whole what's going on. Pull yourself back out of everything and really look at what's going on. I just remember when I was super naive to everything. Like, my life kind of started really flipping on it, well, very early, but really like monumental points when I was like 16. And then as I got older and I really started seeing how things were, because I was just going through it. I was just going through it like a little old Missy, not knowing what the hell is going on. When I got on the ambulance is really when I started learning, like, wow, people really will do anything. For example, I went to this call one time and this guy had wounds to his chest. And I'm like taking care of him in the back, and I'm by myself. Somebody gets in the back with me and they're like, has he been checked? I'm like, I don't know. They start asking the cops. The cops are like, no, we didn't. I'm like, oh, like this guy could have like a big old thing in his pants or something. I'm back there, a little EMT, just putting on the leads and hello, sir, not knowing anything. My medic is in the back and he's talking to me, and then we pull out, like jump out or whatever. And he's like, he did that to himself. I'm like, huh? And he's like, yeah, he did that to himself because he's trying to blame the woman that she stabbed him. I'm over here like, how the hell you know that? Because I was like 21, okay? Think you've seen the world. No, you haven't, girl. Well, the way that the wounds were, if I was going to stick somebody, it's going to be straight. Yeah, his were like this, up. She ain't taller than you, bro. So I put 1 + 1 together. You did it to yourself. Actually, I didn't. My medic did. And then I piggybacked off that. But yeah, that was like one of the first times. Don't even get me started in like with what people will do with murder over like the dumbest things. And one of the other videos that I told you about that guy who got beat so bad in the face with the buttstock shotgun over a trash can with his neighbor. Beat so bad. I was working in the ER. They came in. There's blood everywhere. There's blood everywhere. Because they had to call in from the ambulance or like the home or whatever to the ER if it's going to be really, really bad, so that we're all prepared. This guy comes in. I'm doing my thing. I'm getting the blood pressure. I'm doing all that stuff. And then I know detectives are going to be in here because I've been working there long enough. And where I live, that should be happening. So the detective goes in there. I get to see the back, like behind the scenes of what they do. And I'm peeping because I'm like really interested at this point of kind of going like the criminal justice route. Kind of, not really, but kind of. He pulls out his phone. He's like, sir, this is this day and this time and da-da-da-da. What happened? And the guy wouldn't snitch, which brings me into a different point for a different video that I talked about in the other one. Understandably, though. And just started talking about the Bulls game. Yep. He was like, yeah, that Bulls game, you know, this and this, so and so. I'm sitting here like, huh? Mind you, I'm from the cornfields. Like, I the only reason why I was interacting with scenarios like this is because, again, where I'm from and working in the ER, ambulance, like all this stuff, I'm going to shootings. I'm going to stabbings. I'm going to drug overdoses. I'm going to somebody poisoning their husband, like, and picking up his dead body. You know what I mean? So it's just a different way of life. But yeah, I learned real quick, that the world ain't sunshine and rainbows, even though I really, really, really wanted it to be. And I still do. But there's a good thing of learning what can really happen in somebody's life and how it brings them to wherever it may be so you can protect yourself or family, friends, whomever it is. Your dog, your grandma, your cricket. I don't know. And it's good to know the light side of life too. Like, I don't know, processing emotion, talking it out, something. When I always say life ain't about a 9 to 5, it's not. But at the same time, we have to do it. I'm only saying that, meaning stop being on autopilot. And I don't even know why I'm talking about this now, but it's so relevant because people have to know that bad things happen and that people will not care to help you, especially with these Epstein file things. Like, I guarantee nothing will happen from it. And it's disgusting. Point blank, it is going to go down in history. Watch nothing happen. It's horrible. It's sad. I study forensic psychology, and I'm not saying we can't make change. I'm saying we need to make change. We need to make change as a collective. Something needs to happen. But yes, know that really bad things can happen in this world, and you need to be prepared for it mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever it may be. Actually, all three. Protect yourself. There are bad things that happen in the world, and there are also good. So be a good human, take accountability where you've lacked, and love yourself and your neighbor. Peace. 2 seconds left.